Hello there, everyone. We are back on the Haunt Hop Trail here. This is our first video of this type of the year. Every year we hit a ton of home haunts, usually somewhere in the neighborhood of 100, and I'm guessing we'll do something like that again this year. But this is the first night we are on this. It's a Friday night. We just finished up over at Son of Monster Palooza, which is an incredible convention, a great time. I'm looking here, we are in Northridge for Ghoulish Delights. That's where we're going to start. This year we're going to do the videos a little bit differently, I think, and we're going to try coupling them up a little bit more in terms of days. So this video, you're going to see our hunt here for home haunts on Friday and Saturday of this October 11th and 12th weekend. And so hopefully it'll provide a little bit longer form video, and hopefully it'll be something you can sit back and enjoy taking in the Halloween season, whether it's during this Halloween season of 2024. We know we have a lot of people that circle back to these videos years later or just months later to get a haunt fix. So whatever your interest is, let's start looking at these haunts. We're going to start out here, Northridge, Ghoulish Delights. All right, so a fun collection, eclectic mix of visuals there. There's nods to the Sanderson sisters, Michael Myers, Beetlejuice, of course, all sorts of fun stuff. I imagine we're going to see a ton of Beetlejuice this year out on the Home Haunt Hop Trail here. But fun stuff here, Ghoulish Delights in Northridge. We're going to jump back in the car and get on to the next spot. All right, we're staying here in Northridge for the next one. It's called Wolff's Den. I should say at this point, too, that if you're looking for exact addresses, we post them on our social media. If you want to look over at X or Instagram, save them in our stories there for Instagram, and they're just in the feed on X/Twitter. Also, SoCal Haunt List. We were using the SoCal Haunt List. Big shout out to them for gathering up all of this info to, for 90% of the things that we'll be finding on the home haunts are listed on SoCal Haunt List to start, and then we'll find more things in the neighborhoods of people that haven't basically been on the list, but that's always kind of our starting point. So when they have these official names, you can count on them being found on the SoCal Haunt List, which you can find online, and also there's physical copies at a lot of the locations as well. So that said, let's check out Wolff's Den. All right, so it looks like a big collection of figures, and of course with Wolff's Den, it leaned into the Wolff's Although it looks like we got a dragon in there amongst a number of other characters. I'm sure it looks like a few of the lights obviously aren't on, but we are within their open hours here and it is Friday night, so maybe the lights just aren't on, all of them, or maybe they're not quite ready yet. But either way, a lot of fun looking characters in here. Obviously, Wolff's Den has a whole lot more than just Wolff's. All right, we've moved down the road a little bit to Reseda here. This is Enfield's Lost World is coming up next. This one looks really neat. We just drove by it. Has some cool Jurassic Park theming. There's also one we're going to call Enfield's Spider House. It doesn't seem to be on the SoCal Haunt list, but it's just like right across the street. So if you do head out in this area, you get 2 for 1 just in walking distance. So let's check it out. All right, Enfield's Lost World. Great Jurassic Park theming here. So press the button and it triggered these lights here.
Hello and thank you for visiting Enfield's Lost World. If you'd like to experience a once-in-a-lifetime dinosaur encounter, press the green button in front of you, only once it's lit up. Oh, and welcome to Jurassic Park. Look, here comes a Triceratops. The Triceratops, with its iconic 3 horns and large frill, was not only a formidable herbivore, but also a fascinating example of dinosaur diversity during the late Cretaceous period. How lovely. If you'd like to see more, press the green button now.
You didn't say the magic word. You didn't say the magic word.
Shh. I think I see a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Whatever you do, don't move.
Super fun. Super fun. And then there's another cage over here. Let's see. Super fun and creative stuff they got here at Enfield's Lost World. So our first time ever seeing it. Not sure if it's been around in the past or not, but highly suggest checking it out. A lot of fun. And then we are going to head just right across the street over there to the Spider House. All right, so just across the street there, Lost World. Now we're over here at what we're going to call Enfield's Spider House, which is leaning into, looks like a spider and ghost attack here on a little tent. We've got a couple tents actually. So a fun little bonus here right across the street from a really unique one here in the Lost World. Love seeing both the uniqueness and kind of outside the box thinking of Lost World, and then some of this kind of old school, traditional family fun. All right, so we've moved to Valley Village, and this is called Wicked Witchery. Again, you can find them on the SoCal Haunt list, but it's fun. They don't have a traditional yard here, but they've used the space that they have to do this really great little vignette here with multiple witches doing their thing, casting their spells. It's interesting because there's so many houses in the area that have big yards and like no decor, and then you've got all this Halloween spirit here, and I love it. Love seeing people do creative stuff like this. So fun one here in Valley Village. All right, now we are in Sherman Oaks. This is Spooky Valley Graveyard. So as we're recording this, it's 10:22. This one closed up at 10:30, so we're getting late in the night. We're gonna try and get to Rotting Hill, but the clock is running out here as home haunts usually shut off their lights in that 9:30, 10, 10:30. Rotting Hill goes to 11 on weekends here, so we're gonna try and make it. So let's check out this one first. What a fun trigger here. Love that, and the floating ghosts up there and just the slight movements on some of them. Fun little display here. All right, so we wandered the neighborhoods a little bit there and found a few houses that look like they'd be fun to see. So if you're in the area, but they're just dark already, being after 10 o'clock. So we didn't do a video of them. It didn't seem like it was worth doing that. But there are some things within walking distance if you head out to that area to check them out this year. That said, it costs a little bit more time, and it seems like we're going to have a tough time making Rotting Hill and actually being able to see many of the show moments. Because if you've ever been to Rotting Hill or you've seen our past videos, you know that there's some really fun musical pieces and things like that. So we're going to put Rotting Hill off. We might hit that next weekend with Burbank and Toluca and stuff like that. We'll see. But for tonight, we're going to go check into our room and then get back to it tomorrow hitting Son of Monsterpalooza, and then for you, we're going to bring you more haunt coverage here in just a sec. All right, we're back. It is now Saturday night. We are starting out in Glendale on tonight's Home Haunt Hop. We're here off of Arden, where Forever Present Cemetery and Spooky Strip are right next to each other, practically, so we're going to check those out. But first, I'm doing a little bit of walk down the streets here to see. There was a few kind of bonus stops we found last year. There were just some fun Halloween displays that weren't on any SoCal haunt list, or at least we didn't see them anywhere. So going to do a loop around and see if we find anything, and then get to the two that we definitely came here for. All right, the walk was a bust. We're here 2 weeks before we were last year in this neighborhood, so if you are coming out in this Halloween season and near the 20th to the end of the season, you might have more success roaming these streets. But for us, we're going to hit then the two, and we're going to start here with Forever Present Cemetery.
I went to the living now. We are the ones who took back.
Really loved last year and the same this year, just how much of their whole house they take over with the display, and then the various type of characters. So many interactive spots here at Forever Present Cemetery. All right, some great stuff here, and then we're just gonna go down the street here, just next block over for Spooky Strip. All right, so down there's Forever Present, and you just walk right over here, and we are at the Spooky Strip. This is another one that, like, their use of space is just incredible, because they obviously don't have a lot of room to work with here, and they just go all out. And the amount of detail in this thing is just insane. The other thing that may not translate that's incredible in person, and it just depends how many cars are coming by, is the soundscape. There's all sorts of stuff going on, so I'm gonna shut up so you can hear, if maybe. Super cool stuff here at the Spooky Strip. All right, we've jumped in the car, but we have stayed in Glendale. We're at the vintage window display. Last year, this was Madame Mysterium, I believe, and it was a lot of fun. Really great show moments, and it caught us by surprise. We didn't know what to expect. It was a new one on the scene for us, but it looks like a name change, and I'm really curious to get out of the car. It looks like they have a fun window display there set up again, so let's check it out. So it looks like Madame Mysterium is gone. And we've got the vintage window instead. All right, so vintage window display, definitely different than when it was Madame Mysterium. Missed the character, just kind of the more like it felt, it had more pop to it and liveliness. But that said, always appreciate any sort of decorating there. But definitely a difference in this year from vintage window display and Madame Mysterium. We'll see if Madame Mysterium returns in 2025 or some new iterations. So that said, staying in Glendale, but we have moved a few blocks down in the car. We are now at the Spider House on 708 East Palmer. So let's go check out this Spider House. Looks like you can see a little bit of the lighting right there. All right, so spiders are the thing here, but it looks like we've also got some floating candelabras in the window there. All right, now leaving Glendale and on our way to Altadena, where Midwick Manor is open nightly with their slightly sinister pumpkin patch. So excited to see that one. There's also Blood Hill out this way, so we're going to try and stop over there. They have a small walkthrough experience. So let's start out, though, finding Midwick Manor and checking it out. All right, here we are at Midwick Manor. Just love all that orange and in our neighborhood, just so much Halloween all concentrated in this one spot. On the whole drive up here, we did see Blood Hill, which we'll go to soon. It's just not a lot of decor, and then this one just filled up with lights. Really awesome. always love these rooftop pumpkins. Such a fun touch with the lighting. So much fun at the slightly sinister pumpkin patch here at Midwick Manor. All right, next up, we're staying in Altadena, but we are moving over to a little walkthrough here called Blood Hill, not too far from Midwick Manor.
Holy shit, it's scary in here!
No, this way!
Okay, got it.
I mean, that damn smoke really gets to you.
Hi! 2, there's some running. Not running.
All right, now we're in Alhambra for Necromancy yard display. Tons of fog. This is something, again, like looking at the neighborhood, there's just no Halloween to be seen currently. And then you come here and it's just all in. And it's super fun. All sorts of slashers making their home in there. Freddy, Michael, Jason, Leatherface, amongst others. Let's take a look and listen in. And have some touches over here with body bags and spiders. All right, so staying in Alhambra, although we've gone, I don't know, a few miles away here for the Helman House. So we're over here on Hellman. Again, this is another one of the SoCal Haunt List haunts. I would say so in this is probably going to be the last tonight, but just generally we're not finding a lot that's not on the SoCal haunt list in these areas so far, which is different than years past, but also it's still early. These areas in the past we've explored more about a week or two out from now. So we'll see as the weeks proceed, but normally we find a lot of things out on these haunt trails, but just the streets are really dark. Like there's not a lot of Halloween decor anywhere we've been tonight or last night, except for those that are on the SoCal haunt list. So that being said, let's check out the Helman House and their display. So it looks like they turned the lights out before what was on the SoCal haunt list, but this gives an idea for what we have there. But there is something down here that is lit up. It's not on the SoCal haunt list. Let's take a look at this one as well. This one has a fun, kind of large jack-o'-lantern guy here in the center of the yard. And some skeletons. I found this little surprise just down the street from Hellman here on, I believe it's Westmont. So the bat signals we were driving. I'm like, okay, let's check it out. There's some neat stuff. So an eclectic mix there. From Batman, it looks like there's a Jason mask in the back, a number of graves, and some jack-o'-lanterns. And of course, do not enter. All right, so nice little surprise find too that had some, fun decor on display there that weren't on the SoCal haunt list. Ironically, after just talking about how we weren't finding much of anything that wasn't. We saw, a few other houses decorated, but they were mostly like inflatables or things like that. So not much like distinct characterization or like homemade stuff or any of that. So those obviously we don't document in our social or these video stuff. So always appreciate any sort of decor, anything that's that Halloween spirit, but obviously we skip a whole lot more houses than we actually cover every Halloween season, probably by tenfold, just because as it goes on, there's only so many we're going to count, and those are the ones that are that little bit extra there. So that said, I think we ended up hitting like 10 home haunts tonight. I think it was 6 the night before, so this should be a pretty packed video as we wrap up here on this first weekend of home haunt hopping. We'll have a lot more next weekend. I think is going to be a big one with Burbank and probably Toluca maybe in there. I don't know. There's some big home haunts coming up, some big walkthroughs, some big displays, some pretty iconic stuff. So follow along with us. We will have more to come in the days and weeks ahead. So wrapping up for this one. Until next time, we'll see you in line somewhere.